community of Onondaga County, New York, is mourning the loss of a dedicated public servant, Mary Kuhn, who passed away at the age of 76. Her legacy as a legislator, educator, and advocate for progressive values will remain a vital part of the region's political and civic history. Known for her fearless voice on contentious issues and her unwavering commitment to justice, Mary Kuhn's passing leaves behind a legacy that is both inspirational and transformative. Mary Kuhn served Onondaga County with passion and intellect, often championing causes that prioritize the welfare of the most vulnerable. Whether she was advocating for affordable housing, environmental protections, or community mental health services, Kuhn always brought compassion and determination to the table. Her colleagues remember her as a strong-willed and fiercely intelligent woman who always stood firmly by her principles. A life dedicated to public service and advocacy, Mary Kuhn's life was rooted in a deep sense of duty to her community. Born and raised in central New York, she was deeply connected to the region and its people. Her political career began in earnest when she was elected as a county legislator, where she quickly established herself as a vocal advocate for progressive reform. Over the years, she became a leading figure within the legislature, shaping key discussions around healthcare access, poverty, and climate responsibility. Her tenure on the Onondaga County Legislature was marked by thoughtful leadership and bold stances. Mary never hesitated to speak truth to power, even when her views stood in contrast to more conservative voices in the room. Her legacy includes her leadership on legislation that supported working families and underrepresented communities. For Kuhn, public service was not about popularity. It was about doing the right thing, no matter how difficult. An educator at heart, her commitment beyond politics long before she was known for her legislative work, Mary Kuhn made an impact in education. A former school teacher, she brought an educator's sensibility to her political role, always prioritizing facts, equity, and the betterment of future generations. Those who knew her often remarked on her clarity of thought and her ability to explain complex issues in relatable human terms. Her background as an educator also shaped her policy approach, especially in advocating for youth programs, public school funding, and inclusive education reforms. In legislative sessions, she often highlighted the intersections between poverty, education, and public health. Her colleagues credited her with keeping these essential issues at the forefront of county government priorities. A champion for mental health and social justice among the causes closest to Mary Kuhn's heart was mental health advocacy. She worked tirelessly to destigmatize mental illness and to push for better community-based services. Her efforts were instrumental in bringing attention to the gaps in mental health care within Onondaga County. Under her guidance, new partnerships between the legislature and mental health organizations flourished, aiming to provide more accessible and humane care options for all residents. Kuhn also lent her voice to broader social justice issues. She was a strong proponent of criminal justice reform, particularly regarding bail reform and the treatment of incarcerated individuals. Her legislative efforts reflected a deep concern for systemic inequality and a passion for building a fairer, more compassionate society. Community leaders and activists often saw her as a powerful ally who not only listened but acted. A personal legacy of courage and conviction, Mary Kuhn was not only admired for her work in the public eye. She was beloved by family, friends, and neighbors for her warmth, integrity, and resilience. Those closest to her recall a woman of great moral clarity who never wavered in the face of adversity. Her courage to stand alone when necessary earned her respect across political divides. In a profession often marred by compromise and politics as usual, Mary stood apart. She embodied what it means to serve with heart. Her speeches at community meetings, town halls, and legislative sessions often moved listeners not just because of her words, but because of the lived conviction behind them. Her death has left a profound void, but her values continue to ripple through the community she helped shape. Tributes pour in from across the region following her passing. Tributes to Mary Kuhn have come from all corners of Onondaga County and beyond. Fellow legislators, local officials, educators, and activists have spoken out in admiration for her legacy. Many emphasized the rare blend of intellect and empathy that she brought to her work, qualities that inspired younger generations to follow her path. A candlelight vigil is planned in her honor, and the Onondaga County Legislature is expected to introduce a resolution commemorating her service. Local newspapers have published heartfelt editorials, and community organizations are planning events to remember her contributions. For many, Mary Kuhn's name will forever be associated with a politics of hope, action, and transformation. Final reflections. A life that will continue to inspire. Mary Kuhn's passing marks the end of an era in Onondaga County politics. But while her physical presence is gone, her legacy is enduring. She proved that one voice, rooted in conviction and community, could make a difference. In classrooms, government buildings, and public parks, her memory will live on in the policies she fought for and the lives she touched. As the county moves forward, many will look to her example as a guiding light. Mary Kuhn didn't just work for the people, she believed in them. Her tireless advocacy, intellectual rigor, and emotional courage will continue to inspire public servants and citizens alike. In remembering Mary Kuhn, we are reminded of the power of purpose and the impact of a life devoted to justice.